momentum. They lost a very long game in the previous outing in this bout. That was a 21-minute game that they lost when they had a solid grip. And now Team Indonesia threatening to steal away their thunder. Going into game number 4 in this best of 5. This is a knockout match in the semifinals of the 2025 SEA Games here in Thailand for women's MLBB.
And I gotta say, at this point, I am very curious. Which restream would you watch for this match here? You go for the Indonesia restream. You go for the Philippines. I would say English, but unfortunately, this is the comments we're flooded with.
I have no idea what's going on.
I'll tell you later, but basically, it's a bot.
It's a bubba. Hey, there's thousands watching.
Yes.
I'll take that. That's a dub.
That is a dub indeed.
Given everything in consideration, that's a dub. We're doing our best. Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing more aggressive rotations coming in from Team Philippines as they send more bodies to try and invade, while for Team Indonesia, it's literally just Shen. And I think I appreciate Shen's solo mission more because it's very efficient. Look at that. Efficient.
You know what? 8. That was pretty good.
I hate that I repeated it. I should have just let that sit.
No. It's alright. It's alright. Yagon, though, controlling the wave quite well. Vivero taking quite a bit of damage from Siswanto with a C, and this is kind of not great because going up against a Valentina, you do not want her to have a commanding position because when she has a advantage lead, she keeps hitting you, she keeps healing up, she gets a lot of serotonin.
Serotonin?
Yeah, a lot of serotonin as a Valentina. In fact, getting that kill, getting that first blood gives you a lot of melatonin as well. Hey, wait, no, that one makes you sleepy.
I mean, she did take a nap just now.
True.
Amores spends the flicker. Might have been an interesting interaction there. You saw how she tried the flicker and then kind of got stuck?
Yep.
That's why the tail end of the nuke on the Valentina still caught her. I'm not so sure how Team Philippines is going to be recovering from that.
Now, Siswanto getting that curtain call as well. He's going to try Vivero there. And Jawati with the grog. Perfect wall being put up. Limdo gets taken down by Diagon now. She does not have the vengeance, but still going to be super tanky. Shen gets taken down by Al Puerto.
Whoa!
And getting the turtle as well.
Going straight for an attempt at Grand Theft Purple. Team Indonesia, it's just Indrawati and Siswanto. Al Puerto with a successful steal using that retribution.
And leaving the baby buff there as well. Make sure that you were able to delay the buff spawn. Quite a big mistake there coming in from Shen. Taking way too much damage. But I'm guessing it's because Lim was not able to position herself well to protect her jungler. But again, that bot is still manageable. You just got to get some trades.
And we get the answer almost immediately. Team Philippines up now by about 1,000 gold. Amores, heart of a champion, recovers after such an interesting interaction in mid. Top lane. Interesting how Cordova is just barely catching up to EXP.
Yep. Now in MLBB Esports, now we get the real comment section. This is a more familiar community that we're at here.
Oh, they got thousands over there too.
Yeah. Team Philippines is up only by a few hundred, but still going against Team Indonesia into context. Most of the gold loss is probably on Shen. Indrawati taking a bit of damage, but as the Grog, as long as you're close to the wall, you're able to take quite a few punishments here. The next engage, though, Team Indonesia, as much as they want to get the next turtle, they got to be careful of Diagon here, especially on the CC, because she basically single-handedly destroyed Indonesia in the last exchange.
Yep, because of the kit on a CC, especially with Curtain Call, these mid-range heroes from Team Indonesia basically suffer when a CC goes full ham, bursting, at least 2 heroes for sure. Nice unbreakable catches Siswanto, able to dash on through, popping that Purify.
And that's already big because she will... Maybe she thought about joining the fight, but now without a Purify, maybe you can engage with the Zaman Force, but you cannot go all in because the chance of you getting caught is going to be tremendous. Indrawati trying to reset the turtle, able to. So at least that buys a little bit of time. Otherwise, this looks like Team Philippines. They want to try to get a catcher trying to force out anyone from Team Indonesia to get a little bit too close.
Vivero flushing out Siswanto from that brush. Indrawati still a one-woman army holding back Team Philippines. You see Alpuerto securing her purple buff first. Shen making the most of this relative quiet before the turtle take. Diagon playing defense against Lim. What a dance.
Now the dance is spreading out just a little bit because look at this. Diagon is staying. All the while, Siswanto to see tries to get some kind of farm, same as Lim, because it's just something that you kind of have to micromanage as a Valentina. You cannot lose out on the farm. You cannot lose out on the experience. So it looks like Diagon is going to be rewarded by taking some of the mid minions because she herself cannot go down.
Lim did not expect for Alpuerto to be there, popping her sprint, picking up that enchanted talisman. Now Alpuerto staying the course, defending that bottom lane. Big fight here in the turtle pit. Shen falls. Amores catches a massive arrow. Throws out a massive arrow, even with Indrawati using her tech charge. What went wrong there?
Again, like you said, it was the arrow. If the arrow didn't hit, there was a chance that Team Indonesia could have fought back. But once the Lancelot was caught, that's it. Alpuerto gets the second turtle. The Swanto, though, now does have that start inside. Not going to be enough just yet, but all the while Lim trying to get as much farm as possible, gets that turret.
That's a trade. Bottom lane for top as Team Philippines finds the mirror on the other side of the map. So far, it's been a slow building lead for Team Philippines, but they've been making the right decisions. Oh, look at that burst from Diagon onto Lim. It hasn't been an easy game for Shen. Team Indonesia, they're looking for a play. Gets a conceal. Passive throws out. Vivero and Cordova is in trouble. Flickers back. Tech charge out to the wall. No one home.
Yeah, Indrawati try to go in, even using the flicker to shorten the animation, but Cordova is very, very careful with that one, able to flicker out. Team Philippines still at a commanding position, and Team Indonesia keeps on trying to get a favorable trade. As long as Lim, as well as Siswanto with the one, is able to farm up, this is still good for Team Indonesia because, again, eventually they will get to a point where they're going to be strong. The only problem is Shen. I would say just a little bit unlucky. Keeps on getting hit by the arrows and gets punished. She might be the one to actually be calling for a timeout here because she really wants to farm.
MC Swanto looking for a place to farm. That's why she's got a army of, 3 members of Team Indonesia around her. And I think Team Philippines can expect for this to be the case for at least until the 11-minute mark. So that's farm that isn't as actively gained with these big rotations, but that's what Shen is doing right now. Shen is making the most of the response of Team Philippines to try and mirror that movement.
I wonder with the AOG, what is going to be the plan here for Siswanto with the seed? Because we've seen plenty of times, AOG in instantly dies, and I'm pretty sure that's not what she wants, unless she's willing to make the sacrifice play for Siswanto with a 1 or Shen. Other than that, it's just really just to disengage because things go really wrong.
Lord of Spawn, lower quarter. Seems like Alpuerto and Diagon are working on it. Team Indonesia, they're cooking up a play, a response to this major objective take. Shen in the Y brush, clearing it. Diagon with a slow pull. A flicker and tech charger is just about to be ready for Indrawati. They let it go.
I would say the damage here from the Valentina is actually quite strong, that Team Philippines does have to respect it. So it looks like Team Philippines, they're just going to allow Alpuerto to go for her purple buff. Team Indonesia, they should use this moment to re-establish their presence here around Lord. Indrawati is still controlling that bush. Indonesia, they have all spells, all ults, except for Lim. And Shen just has to be careful of Morris here. That arrow could just make sure that Indonesia lose.
Shen with that Phantom Execution forward. Amores able to play footsies between these two heroes. Siswanto already using that AOG she stole away. Lord still standing. No real movement except for that push up top by Lim.
Amores now having that enchanted talisman, as annoying as it is to dodge those arrows, it's gonna be much more. It almost feels like what? 3 to 4 second cooldown at this point. 1,400 gold is still for Team Philippines. Indonesia and Philippines have been dancing for honestly the past 10 minutes.
And that slow built lead is slowly decreasing now, down to about 1,000. There's a Zaman Force by Siswanto with a 1. And the Lord is still here. There's really no major movements on the map for Team Indonesia nor Team Philippines. Vivero seems to have committed. In comes Siswanto with a stolen electrifying beats. Indrawati flickers back.
Good engage coming in from Indonesia as well as Philippines. Indonesia, they don't mind considering they have low cooldowns, but same can be said about Team Philippines. All the big ults will come up relatively soon because you look at this, Siswanto with the 1 already has the Zaman Force online. El Puerto, just a few more minutes, and she can get that electrifying beats. The only one with the longest cooldown is the Grog on the tech charge, but that isn't even that long.
Yep, it's the flicker you're waiting for. Cordova picking up this Sea Halberd, now Diagon with the Brute Force Breastplate. Shen compromised, pushing back with a Thorn Rose. That's a 2v1, Diagon versus Siswanto and Indrawati. In comes the AOG, down goes Siswanto with a C. Indrawati trying to get away from here. Cordova taken out by Lim. 2 for 1 the trade, Indrawati falls. Lim might follow up next. Diagon juggling these heroes, running around. Shen runs out of dashes. All this while, Siswanto with a 1. Takes that tier 1 in mid.
I would say, like, 2 games ago, we were discussing whether it is going to be either Vivero or Diagon as the MVP, but this one, I would say there's no contention. Diagon is having an amazing game as a CC here. Zaman Force used from Team Indonesia, trying to protect the turret, unable to. And now Shen, the damage is not going to be enough, considering that the Revitalize has been used. Indonesia now, all 11 minutes of the game, only securing a few buffs, 1,000 gold still for Team Philippines, and securing only 2 kills. One more win for Philippines will push them to the gold medal match for tomorrow to go up against Team Malaysia. And Indonesia will want to prevent that from happening. Want to make sure they can at least go to the gold medal match. 1,500 gold lead for Team Philippines here, and looks like Team Philippines is able to pull the Lord over to their side. Diagon on the CC has an MVP performance. Same as Amores. Make sure a lot of zoning, vision, as well as stopping the Lancelot. But now Siswanto with a 1 does have that Holy Crystal. This is going to be max damage coming in for Team Indonesia. Al Puerto taking quite a bit of damage. Tech charge goes in, and the Lord still goes to Al Puerto. Able to get it. True Cordova gets taken down by Siswanto, and now Lim jumps forward. Wants to get Amores, able to get away. Vivero gets chased by Shen. Shen even expanding the ult, unable to get the kill. Indonesia loses the Lord, but able to get Cordova. Indrawati has to run away. Diagon is there on the CC, protecting Team Philippines. So far, Diagon is having an amazing game. The Cordova on this Granger, unfortunately, does not have that same experience. Team Philippines with the Lord. Will they be able to get at least an inhibitor here? Because Team Indonesia, despite losing the Lord, was able to take down Cordova in that last exchange.
It's been difficult for Cordova to find momentum in this series, but she can rely on her more experienced teammates to try and get there. Lord easily taken care of, handily by Team Indonesia. Bottom lane pushed in by Diagon. Top lane answered here. Al Puerto, slowly but surely, taking care of a wave that she will not let go of.
Yeah, for Team Indonesia here, Siswanto with a 1, and Lim is starting to get to that power spikes, looking very, very confident. Bottom wave pushing in. Team Indonesia does not look like they're too eager to protect this one. Siswanto gets hit by the AOG. Tori gets taken down, tech charge, able to get 1, but Shen is going to be the first to fall to Amores, and all the while Cordova on the back, dealing free damage. Siswanto with a 1, tries to get away, but Amores is able to get a double kill. Team of Philippines gets 3,
Lim
gets 4, and now Lim tries to get away. Shut down though. Looks like it was Amores that got taken down. You can hear the cheers here. Siswanto with a C as well as Lim. 2-woman army trying to protect the base of Team Indonesia.
Cordova, Alpuerto, and Diagon all at less than half health. They have to consider if this is worth it to push, because a clapback from Team Indonesia would be disastrous. They almost take down the inhibitor. Lim and Sissuanto threaten and engage a stolen current call. Again, desperate times call for desperate measures. Team Indonesia back, risking life and limb to defend their inhibitors.
The game immediately shifted the moment Sissuanto with the wand got taken down. This is a hard time to be the main damage dealer of your team, because you know you win and lose based on your play. If Sissuanto with the wand is able to get kills, she's gonna give Indonesia another room to breathe, another chance to go for the victory. Same as Cordova at this point, but I would say sure, because Diagon now 3-0-5, having an amazing game as the CC. Kind of feels like Diagon here is the main damage dealer for Team Philippines.
She's the one hero from Team Philippines that can easily and reliably get there. But I'm looking at Alpuerto, I'm looking at that measly 102, but her fully built kit, her very expensive kit, should prove to be formidable. That is a lore taken here. Close call. Shen tried. Indrawati flickers back. A defensive use. Diagon looking to burst her down. An arrow barely hitting Indrawati, but Diagon finishes the job. Now Shen gonna be up next. Thornrose has a puncture out. Team Indonesia lose the mother of tanks on the defense.
Valiant effort by Team Indonesia. We can hear the screams, the shouts from the crowds, or from the players. I can't tell at this point.
Maybe both.
22 seconds from Indrawati coming back into the land of dawn. Team Indonesia, they gotta try to protect their base until then. And look at that, the arrow hits onto Lim. Shen taking way too much damage. Cordova takes her down. And now the Lancelot is out. The Lord is here in base. Team Philippines might have made a mistake taking way too much damage from the mid turret without the minions there. Zaman Force being expanded by Sissuanto with a 1. And now Indrawati is up. Sissuanto, the Valentina has to go back.
Oh no!
Team Philippines made a mistake, tanking way too much damage from mid turret. You want to get this though. AOG jumps in, Vivero with no minions there.
Down goes the inhibitor in mid. Vivero flickers, tries to move through, but will not survive. That is a 2-for-1 trade. Down goes Sissuanto with a 1. Just 3 defenders left. Shen respawning in about 3 seconds. Team Philippines have to consider, is it worth it? Can we do it? Lim not getting bursted down by Diagon. A rampart by Indrawati. Diagon taking too much damage and gets shut down. Gold for Team Indonesia. Closing this gap, still a huge 6K gold lead, and the Philippines have to call it out.
Team Indonesia made a good juggle of who to receive damage from Diagon, making sure that no one really gets taken down, despite the Harif, one of the earlier ones to be taken out of the fight. Team Indonesia miraculously able to hold down their fort, protecting their base. I'm pretty sure that was a moment where they ascended time, where their lives just flashed right between their eyes. And then they were able to find what they needed to protect the base, but how many times can you really do that without any inhibitors left at 18 minutes of the game?
That was close, I'll tell you. There was a sequence or two that could have led to Team Philippines ending then and there, but Indonesia can thank their lucky stars. This is not the reality where that occurs. 30 seconds until the Lord spawns lower quarter. I think that's why Team Philippines are taking care of the long lane and are allowing Lim to do this. Alpuerto has done this dance. She's had her partner in Lim many times throughout this 18-minute bout. And this is interesting how Indonesia is the first to the scene actually. Diagon is trying to check range. Look at this, a jump in by Lim. Could she do it? Put down half health. Diagon just deals too much damage. That is the current call. The AOG checks out Indrawati. Holding on the flicker and tech charge. Massive resource left for Team Indonesia.
I feel like I know what's going on. Lim tried to force out as much resources as possible, because look at that, Diagon does not have the current call, still having that. Oh, hold on, Lim wants to jump back in, maybe in way too deep. Zaman Force being used. The first of all, Vivero though, the immortality is there, but Alpuerto gets the Harif. Cordova gets chased down by the Lancelot. Shen is there. Winter Crown being used. Cordova still gets taken down by Lim. Shen gets taken down by Amores, and now this is just an all-out brawl. Indrawati Tries to get away from Diagon. Diagon is not going to let her go. Immortality used. Indrawati gets taken down.
The end is nigh. Alpuerto chasing down Cise Suanto. The flicker by the Valentina. Alpuerto not having any of it. What's the call? I think Team Philippines agree. They might try to end.
I don't know how Team Indonesia, they can really hold the fort here. Suanto tries to pull the minions away, unable to. Now gets targeted. Alpuerto.
It's just Lim.
Takes it down. I don't think Lim can do it. Team Philippines will go to the gold medal match.